Real Entertainment coming at you live. Hope everyone is blessed, and I send our blessings whenever you get this. Like my big brother Trent Genius said, the divine powers is always working for us because always doing right. I ain't stealing that, big brother, trust me. But shout out to the Trent Genius. You know. This topic we're going to get on about is forgiveness. Yeah, let's talk about some forgiveness. See, that the video I made yesterday, it ties into why I'm going to talk about this now. One most important thing, before you forgive anybody else, you have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself. Like you was doing what you knew what you was doing. That you was just doing what you what was at the best of your ability at the time. You was doing what you knew at that time. Because a brother told me today in the meeting, he's like, man, premeditated resentment. And I'm just like, damn. And like that shit hit me. And I was just like, yeah. He was like, yeah, that's me. And you know, and I'm a man and I know what my faults are. You know I can admit when I'm wrong. You know, and it came down to I still had resentment. You know, and I was still like hurt, you know. You know, and it was just like, man, and people are doing the best they can at what they of what they know. Like this is like they don't literally don't know no better. It's just like, you know, it's your responsibility to deal with it or not. And it was just like I was just like feel. It was just like feel I was given the situation. It was actually a problem I created. You know, cause when I first said, I said, man, y'all ain't never got nothing nice to say. Always negative. And it just like came down to the realization of this shit. They're doing the best they can. This is how they talk. This is how they talk to each other. But it was the only person you can control in life is yourself. And all I can do is control myself. Like if a person has an issue with you and just doing ill will to you, it's deeper than what you think. Like what they're really mad at you for, and the reason why they're acting out towards you, you know, for some reason you hurt them. You hurt them in some type of way. You may not be intentional, because the one female, to me, I'm thinking I'm saying some real shit. And all she doing is trying to argue, I'm talking, she trying to turn into arguing. And it came down to realization she was hurt by the rejection I gave her. These are rejection issues. So instead of her admitting like that it hurt me and she needs to go, this is an internal problem that has nothing to do with me. She took it as like I was literally trying to hurt her, and that she was trying to hurt me, like, you know. Everybody, like, it doesn't matter who you are, because, you know, it's just like, bro, when are you going to stop playing victim? Everybody that you come in contact with, everybody that you're around, it's a learning lesson. They're there to teach you something. A person that just knows how to do it, they psychologically do not know how They don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know what they're doing. It's not an excuse. This is not an excuse for their behavior. But at the end of the day, you're the only one that's responsible for yourself. You can't be responsible for how anybody else act towards you. And and OG just told me some real shit, man. Bro, cause I like God is mysterious, bro. The whole, like, we're in a room full of people, but he's looking, but he's directly talking to me, like looking at me, bro. Like, like I know what you're going through. And that hit my soul, and he was like, premeditated resentment. I'm ignoring basically ignore. I can have all the facts and know what to do and execute and everything. But but I forgot one thing. I was ignoring my feelings. I was ignoring my own feelings. I have feelings like anybody else. Past this material shit you see, money or whatever you see, I'm human and have feelings too. I get hurt just like anybody else. And I'm one of the most sensitive as most. That's a gift. That's my gift I have. Is being a sensitive person. Because I can empathize and see, and I can read people's emotions. I know what pain is. I would never do something to somebody I don't want done to myself. Like abandonment issue, rejection issue. These are wounds there, people. Like a person acts out, these are people that are vulnerable of expressing their feelings. They can't come out, or they just don't know how. So instead of them just telling you what the deal is, they do this shit in immature ways, or the best way they know how, or they know how to cope. You following me right now, huh? Are you following me? I'm I'm on a hill, bro. I can admit here right now, like I had resentment. I was angry at my mom and my sister, and used to be best friends, acquaintance. I love them all. I will miss them dearly. But nothing lasts forever, because we all have internal problems that we need to go work on within ourselves. You hold boundaries, and I don't hate you. I don't hate you or nothing. I'm on my own journey and loving myself. I'm forgiving. Right now. I'm forgiving myself, because to however people think I hurt them or the way I did them, I hope I can be forgiven. And number one thing, I forgive you. You really can't blame nobody for the way they are, because they were doing what they were doing best at the time. It's just your responsibility if you want to deal with it or not. Like, you don't have to tolerate no bullshit whatsoever. It's just like I said, I'm a man of honesty. Like, I look at it now, like, damn, I can only blame myself because I knew better. I knew better. Like you gotta stop trying to fix people, bro. They just if they can't see it, they can't see it. They're just not ready to see it. That's not your responsibility. The only person you can do is love yourself. I don't know no one person that likes to, that plays this, like everybody in the, I don't give a fuck how tough you look. You can have tats and just whatever. Everybody has feelings. And a lot of people don't know how to express these feelings. Scared to be themselves. So if they do ill will, they're acting out towards you because you hurt them. They're hurt. Instead of them coming from, hey, this is what's going on, expressing themselves, hey, you hurt me, woo. They rather they'll talk about you, smack their lips, smirk at you, or put on fake facades and to try to hurt you or get you back. They don't know how to express themselves, so they're doing it in negative ways that and that's the only way they know how. Until my star seeds and empaths, it's art and healers. At the end of the day, if a person doesn't want to help or can't see what you see, we can't do nothing for them. You just, you recognize the pattern they're doing, you move on, forgive. Like at the end of the day, if they want help, they gotta go fix themselves. And for people that are on a healing journey, you have to forgive and let it go, and you gotta let it go, let the shit go. When you understand why people do the things they do, you like, okay, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let go of these toxic attachments. Trying to be codependent on someone. Let it go. For anyone that did you wrong, let that shit go. Understand that the battle is with them, not you. You'll forever repeat a lesson until you pass it. Instead of looking at things like, why are you doing this to me? Look at it like, what is this trying to teach me? Instead of them learning on the hard way and, I'm a good person. I'm here. Like, hold on, nah, what you mean? Like, fuck you doing? You fucking up. This shit, what you doing? That shit's bad. No. You have to let them learn. Let that shit go. You can't save everyone. You have to save yourself. And when they're ready, they're ready. The people you started with, the people you're not going to finish with. Forgive and let that shit go. Forgive. Forgive. But first, start with yourself. God's baby. To all my star seeds, empaths, light workers, Forgive the people that did you wrong. Let go. It's not going to happen overnight, But it will pass. We're entertainment.